Ladies and gentlemen, we are live once again here tonight. It is the Auto Club 400 at the Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. Race number 3 of 36 on this NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode episode for the NASCAR Cup Series. Two different winners in the first two races. Rookie Keegan Schneider winning the Daytona 500 in his first career start, making NASCAR history 2 nights ago. And then last night, Denny Hamlin ended up getting the win in race number 2, which was dominated mostly by Ryan Newman throughout. We'll see if somebody else can get the win here today. These playoff spots are going to be going pretty quickly, especially early in the season. No practice or qualifying for the third straight race this year. We have the same exact race car, not only chassis, but department-wise that we had last night as well as tonight. Same Speedway chassis, 85, 80, and 80, just like we had last night for our departments. 85 for the engine, then the 80 on the aero and the suspension. So should have a lot of the same speed in the race car, coming off a 21st place finish. And that's pretty much going to wrap that part of it up as far as the intro goes. The rest of the intro, as usual, like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. We do full race live streams with a realistic broadcast every day, both with real races on the weekend with the actual NASCAR schedule for all three of the top series, and then also with these NASCAR, whether it's NASCAR Heat, NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005, we've done Thunder 04, any NASCAR video game, we do the full race live streams there as well. Kyle Larson, Fan DB Forever 85, OG Mar, Ashton G. Welcome to the stream, everybody. This is going to be a lot of fun here today. Kyle Busch is going to be starting on the pole. Outside pole is going to be Joey Logano. Second straight race, Logano is going to be having the sponsor on his race car. Chris Buescher going to drop to the rear for the start of today's race. Justin Haley doesn't look like he had a very good practice session. Patrick Shadley, Jackson Thomas, welcome on in. No problem, Patrick. We'll be around, and thanks for stopping by. Same thing with you too, Jackson.
Coming to the green.
Well, here we go. Green flag in the air.
Green flag, green flag.
We're underway at the bumpy Auto Club Speedway.
Stay on the bottom here.
We've seen these cars slide around a whole lot. Las Vegas was a little worn out and bumpy last night. Just wait until this race carries forward here, as you're already seeing on the opening laps as they get up to speed, how much these cars are already bouncing around.
Careful. Still there.
Kyle Busch led a decent amount of laps in last night's race as well, finishing the top 5 in every stage. Denny Hamlin picking up where he left off, though, and Hamlin's going to be the one to lead lap number 1. Schneider trying to get around Bobby Carter for 39 towards the back, 3x3 through most of the pack as they get to the start-finish line. Indeed, yes, Denny Hamlin will lead lap 1. 60 laps in stage 1, 60 laps in stage 2, 80 laps in the final stage tonight, making up a 200-lap, 400-mile race. The second consecutive 400-miler on an intermediate, nonetheless, once again, early in this season. Now Martin Truex Jr. is going to jump to the lead. 3 of the 4 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas already have been at the point at one time or another in these first 2 laps, so Kyle Busch did not lead a lap, but he qualified on the pole. And Martin Truex Jr. will lead lap number 2. Schneider kind of fading here a little bit early on. I didn't know what to... Oh, hang on. They're 4 wide. They're turns 1 and 2 towards the back of the pack right now. Now they fan to 3 wide by the time they get to the exit of turn 2. Just goes to show how wide this racetrack it is. One of the widest racetracks, in fact, the widest oval on the NASCAR circuit. We've seen guys run down towards the apron as well through turns 3 and 4. Not so much in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4. Through the tri-oval some, I'm sure. Schneider wasn't pushing at full throttle at first without the practice to qualifying, but now he's going to. Pick that pace up a little bit. He's able to through turns 1 and 2 at least. Easily going to do it in 3 and 4 as well. Hamlin fought right back to the lead after losing it, despite leading lap 1. Not sure what to think of today's race. We've got the same exact chassis, but the departments are maxed out for what we've got. So literally we have the same exact race car that we unloaded with that Vegas. And we finished 21st, and at the end of a green flag run, we had about 10th to 15th place speed. That bad pit strategy at the beginning of stage 1 is what ultimately kind of kept us a lap down or more most of the race. And although we had gotten back on the lead lap twice with the wave around, we could never get a quick caution after that. We did battle back at least to get one of those 2 laps back ultimately by the end of the race. Sure what this one's going to bring. It is a 2-mile racetrack versus a 1.5 miles, so maybe the chances of staying on the lead lap, even without being on the same strategy, might be a little bit easier if Schneider goes a lap down. But at the same time, too, you also got to look at the fact that with it being a 1/2 mile longer of a racetrack, obviously it's going to mean there's longer straightaways, and with the longer straightaways and only an 85 for the engine power, he's obviously going to be lacking down these long straightaways, and that's why you see him back in last place for the opening laps of this race. But the tires are going to wear out a lot quicker here tonight than what we've seen in the first 2 races this year. Even though we saw decent tire wear last night, Schneider was managing his tires well, and that's why he was good on the longer runs. Comes into play. This is an even bumpier racetrack. Let's see if that'll play into his wheelhouse as well. Oni, welcome to the stream. We are in the playoffs as long as we don't get more than 16 different winners. If we do get more than 16 winners, then we're going to either have to win again or be in the top 16 in points of those drivers with wins. So nothing is guaranteed quite yet. Got to be in the top 30 in points as well, which I think we should be able to do that. I don't know. We've got a couple more trips to super speedways in the regular season yet. A couple road courses as well. And we're still early enough in the season. We got all those heavy hitters that are likely going to end up winning the races. So Schneider made 2 passes through turns 3 and 4 that time. One on Bobby Carter and Justin Haley. Eye set now on Chad Fincham out in front of him as he's already a little less than a half a lap off the race lead, with Mark Church Jr. out in front. You're going to be seeing the field pit a lot today under these cautions. We saw it last night at Las Vegas as well, but you go more than 5 laps here at Fontana, these guys are definitely going to be pitting. I'd be shocked if we saw a huge portion of the field stay out during any cautions today. And how about Ryan Newman trying to pick up where he left off? As well had that top 10 run yesterday, and also in doing that won each of the first 2 stages. He's going to take the lead for the first time here today, and he's the first non-Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota to lead in the early going of this race. Truex got back around Hamlin there for a little bit. He did lead at the line. Schneider got around Fincham last lap. He's going to get around Joey Gates this lap now, so he's working his way around the back numbers. Very similar start to last night at Las Vegas for Schneider, but I will say he's making passes a little bit earlier into the run as well. So that's good to see. The fans of the 99 team already 10 laps in though. And everybody will have to pit once in this first stage. Now you're going to clear Timmy Hill off turn 2. got to run down the back straightaway. Schneider trying to break the draft, but Hill goes down to the bottom to try and follow him. And we see the track play huge effects down these long straightaways at Fontana today. You didn't really see that at Vegas yesterday. Again, that is the big difference between the 1.5 mile and the 2 mile racetracks. It's the only trip to Fontana this year. We will go back to Las Vegas in the playoffs. The only race at this 2 mile oval, tri-oval in fact, for this season. In fact, a lot of the tracks early in this season we're only going to once. Atlanta in a few races as well. Homestead within the next 3 races, also only going there once. Side by side for position right now between David Reagan, Corey LaJoie. LaJoie, another driver who's won 2 stages this season. Both in the Daytona 500. Schneider didn't have to lift there, but he lifted anyway. And set the race car. Well, I win the next Daytona. That'd be pretty wild. We could sweep Daytona in the rookie season. Oh wow, on the brakes there for 3 and 4. Don't want to do that on this fast racetrack, especially with this 550 package. He didn't want to run into the back of the 36 of David Reagan either. He's going to go to the apron for the tri-oval, trying to make sure he takes as much of a shortcut as possible, not allowing David Reagan to side draft him. And he's going to clear it. Reagan looking back to the bottom, Schneider to the middle to upper group now through 1 and 2. He stays in the gas to try and pull away. Had a lot of cautions in each of the first 2 races so far this season. We had 11 in the Daytona 500 and we had 8 at Las Vegas last night. What will that bring here in this race? A track that we're going to see a lot of tire wear once again. Could cause for maybe some tire blowouts in this race. Something to keep an eye on. Carson Boy, welcome to the stream. And also, the Mid-Ohio vlog will be up on the channel likely tomorrow. Me being off of work, I want to upload that before I go to Nashville this weekend. Means I'll be vlogging for the next 3 weeks. The different NASCAR races, NASCAR tracks. So I want to make sure I get that one out. Check out the Coke 600 vlog if you haven't already. Great quality. I'm really loving that camera. I've only used it twice now, but can't wait to use it again this weekend. Austin Dillon running towards the back. We saw him outside the top 20 a lot yesterday, but he is actually back to 33rd in the beginning of this race. So he lost a spot to Schneider off of turn 2. Schneider is well underneath Ross Chastain. Didn't really side draft Chastain too aggressively there. He's able to go full throttle. The lack of engine power really helping him go full throttle all the way around this racetrack, as he was doing pretty much all day at Las Vegas yesterday as well. That's 3 races to start the season. We've basically just been running full throttle all the way around the racetrack. That'll change when we get to Phoenix tomorrow. We go short track racing for the first time this season. Inside Uranus, welcome to the stream. Sorry if the stream might have cut out there for a couple seconds. For whatever reason, it said OBS disconnected on me and then connected back like 3 seconds later. So
Careful, still there.
not sure about that.
You got room, you're clear there.
I'm monitoring if it froze or not. It doesn't actually look like it did. good. Good sign. He's up to 28th already. About 26 laps of fuel left. On the runs are probably going to help him today. You have to imagine. One thing with a 2-mile racetrack as well, things can get spread apart maybe a little bit easier as well. Black Ace, welcome to the stream. Yep, online lobbies tomorrow night on the channel. We'll go... We're going to be running Phoenix as well. Not sure what time it is. We will do them tomorrow night. Custer for the second straight race also off to a rough start as well. He's back at 28th now as Schneider passes him for position. I'd probably say we'll start anywhere between 9 and 9:30. We'll go for about an hour, hour and a half. The online lobbies tomorrow. Eastern Standard Time, by the way. 9:30 Eastern Standard Time is what we'll probably end up doing. I want to make sure I get that Phoenix race in first. I'll try to start that as early as I can. I know I have to help my dad. I have to go to my uncle's house. I guess there's some stone. We need more stone for a driveway, and I gotta shovel that, so it's gonna depend on how quickly I can shovel gravel into the back of this truck tomorrow evening. It's gonna depend on what time my dad can get off of work too, because obviously we have to put it into his truck, so I can't really do it before. Ever do a midnight stream already? No. No on the R-rated commentary and no on the midnight stream. I'm not a night person. I am not a night person at all. I'd like to have these streams done by 11 at the latest. During the week, I typically like to have them done by 10, 10:30, but kind of fail on that sometimes too.
Careful, still there.
Schneider again tagged the brakes. Just a tad bit. He was closing in on Michael McDowell a lot quicker. I mean, these guys are probably lifting in the corners as their tires are wearing out. Schneider's able to go full throttle still. So that really changes the pace up from one car to the next, obviously, in the middle of the corners. Going to clear McDowell off turn 4, though. The side-by-side battle down the front stretch between Chris Buescher and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Bubba Wallace right behind both of them. Truex Jr., Ryan Newman keep going after the lead quite a bit. Hamlin hasn't had it for a little while now. Buescher goes down the middle of the corner to block Bubba Wallace. After Stenhouse already cleared Buescher, Wallace must have had to lift, and that battling, look at the run Schneider's got off turn 4. He stays right in the gas. He gets around Wallace, now shoots to the inside of Chris Buescher, makes the pass on him. Sends it into turn one now underneath Stenhouse. Stenhouse is going to crowd him a little bit. Schneider tries to stay full throttle. Now he has to lift on corner exit. That's going to cut his straightaway speed down the back now. Stenhouse gets back around him. Stenhouse really took that line away from the 99. Now he's trying to draft behind Busher to get the straightaway speed back up. There's to lift again, and Busher with a little bit of a block. We get underneath them off turn 4. Trying to pull him back with the side draft. Careful side draft on a bumpy track like this. Going to throw the race car around everywhere. You don't want to make contact because of it. Going to make his way around Busher. Once again. He is all over Stenhouse. He's underneath Ricky down the back straightaway. Side draft him pretty aggressively now going into turn 3. This time he can hang full throttle, and I don't think Stenhouse is going to have enough speed to get a crossover this time. Truex has been working through lap traffic for a little bit now. Stenhouse better be careful. Busher might end up getting back around him again. Almost halfway through stage 1. Got 10 people watching right now. Everybody hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe if you haven't as well. Road to 1,000 subs. Road to a championship in this career mode. That's the short-term goal. Trying to win this championship in season 1 of the career mode. Curious to see what we're going to see race winning speed out of the 99. Again, you won the Daytona 500, but super speedways, and anybody can win. Look at the drivers we saw finish inside the top 5 at the end of that race. Clint Howell, Timmy Hill were battling for the win there in the closing laps as well. Ryan Preece. You're not going to see those guys contend for wins on a weekly basis. You're not going to see us contend for wins on a weekly basis this season. At least not yet for us. Winning that Daytona 500 again is going to be big. It's going to help us get to that beat a lot quicker. I have to call on the apron down there through 3 and 4. Hooking on that white line. Now drafting behind Suarez through the tri-oval. Pops down to the bottom.
That's the halfway mark.
Halfway through stage 1. Still in the lead lap. It does seem like he's got a faster car than yesterday at Vegas. One green flag run to start the race, again, is helping. We did have 8 cautions last night. Throughout 11 the race before. We can have a season low today. It'd be pretty easy for that. I mean, we can still get 7 and have a season low. 7 caution is still a decent amount. Thing is, though, this goes green all the way to the end of the stage. I'd like to think that Schneider's probably going to be in a situation. He's going to go lap down before the end of the stage. Nobody has pitted in the first half of stage 1, so everybody's likely going to just try to take it as far as they can at this point. Really going to be able to see who's wearing their tires out most, likely in the order of which they come to pit road. If they can get all the way through a full field run, of course. It's going to be difficult around this racetrack, but we'll see. race overseas. I don't really know of any racetracks over there. I know most of them are road courses and street courses. I'd like to think if they were going to race overseas, I mean, it might have to be a road course. I don't know. It's an interesting question.
Careful, still there.
We're going 3 wide. Through the apron, through the tri-oval to try and get around Matt DiBenedetto and John Hunter Nemechek. And he's inside the top 20 now for the first time today. Ooh, slides up the track. He lightly grazes the wall off turn 2. Sends it hard into turns 1 and 2. Had that awkward angle after being on the apron through the tri-oval. Couldn't really arc the corner off to go full throttle. He tried to push it. Oh, sliding all the way up the racetrack. Guess there's an oval in Motegi, but in Japan, IndyCar used to race on. I don't know if that's the track's kind of flat. Like the corners they had, it worked for IndyCar. I don't know if it worked for NASCAR. I don't even know if that track's still around, to be completely honest. Could have been bulldozed 10 years ago. I wouldn't know. I feel like Australia would be a good market for NASCAR if they were to race overseas. They have a lot of NASCAR names that go and race over there in the wintertime. Dirt track racing at least. So I feel like Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, like that name would pretty well out there. I don't know if they've got any ovals on asphalt out there. You know, NASCAR wants to run a dirt race out in Australia. Wouldn't that be something? They would definitely pull a crowd together. I feel like if they did actually do that. Well, Kyle Busch is either on pit road for a scheduled stop or he has a problem of some sort. Nope, it is a scheduled stop. Multiple drivers coming onto pit road, so we're already seeing green flag pit stops. Some of the leaders coming on down.
Watch that car in front of you. He's slowing down.
And it gets around Chase Elliott. It turns 3 and 4. Elliott caught behind Chad Fincham. Snyder can go about another 7 to 8 laps on fuel. I don't know if stock cars would necessarily work on the long Le Mans. And likely everybody is pitting for tires right now and not fuel
Watch that car in front of you. He's
on
slowing
this
down.
bumpy racetrack. I think Christopher Bell might have wanted to get the pit road there, but Schneider got around it. Bell's going to have to be careful. Be able to make it on fuel, but if his tires are wearing out that much, I don't know. Schneider's committed to staying out as long as he possibly can. He's going to lose a lot of time to these guys on fresher tires, though. He was still on the lead lap. The timing of when those pit stops started. So he may end up going a lap down, but he'll give himself about 8 to 9 lap fresher tires by the time he's out of the pits. Once everybody, or I should say of the drivers that pitted first, Schneider's up to third right now. Matt Kenseth's still on the racetrack. He's currently the race leader. Cycled through a few different leaders so far. Plus, this is a good test to see how far he can actually push it for late in the race if he tries any sort of strategy as well. Especially with this race being all under green so far. Matt Kenseth's now down on the pit road. Jimmy Johnson in second place, also coming into the pits. Schneider's going to lead his first lap of the race at the line. He has now led in the first 3 races this season. How about that? Strategy for 2 of them, but it's pretty cool.
Watch those tires.
Raven, welcome to the stream. Actually, you know, now that I'm reading the name in my head, I don't think it's pronounced Graven. I'll call you Graven though. Glad I didn't say the whole thing. What's up with these names?
See if we can manage our tire wear a little, alright?
Perverted names. Martin Truex Jr. is only about 1.5 seconds behind Schneider right now, and Schneider still has to pit. Truex is coming on those 4 fresh Goodyears. Maybe about the 3rd lap, Schneider's going to lead at the line this time. $18 laps to go, stage 1. He can still go a couple more laps on fuel.
You're gonna blow tires, dude. Careful there.
Jimmy Johnson trying to get back on the lead lap, see if he can get around Martin Truex Jr. Oh, he split Schneider 3 wide. Now he gets underneath the leader, Truex. Off turn 4. Schneider had the lip, so he didn't run up into the side of Truex as well. Another lead change. MTJ back out in front again.
Your tires are getting pretty bad.
Thought Elliott was going to get to the outside of Schneider that time. Wasn't going to. But Schneider's going to be able to go this full fuel run on tires. Schneider's going to come to pit road this time. He's got a huge pack of cars behind him. He's got to make sure he keeps his car on the inside of the track. He's carrying 3 wide right behind him. So now he's going to bring it on into the pits. Oh, he slides the tires. Almost spins out and saves it. That's going to cost him a lot of time trying to get to pit road. It'll be right side tires only for the 99 crew here. Going to put a half around a wedge in the race car to help tighten it up when they get out of the pits. And just enough fuel to make it to the end as well. Schneider wants to make sure he's going to stay on the lead lap to the end of the stage with staying out as long as he did there. Quick stop, 9.8 seconds. Trying to get back out there in front of Truex to stay on the lead lap, but there goes Truex, and that slide getting to pit road costing Schneider so much time as well. And although he was able to lead 3 laps, I can't say that that was the right strategy, Paul. We'll see if he can finish on the free pass position to the end of the stage. He was an 18th when the pit stop started. Lost 3 positions, and now he's a lap down. He was on the lead lap. Another 2-mile racetrack, that's 16 miles longer. He went on those older tires. And we get a caution. About a lap later than Schneider needed that caution. That would have trapped a lot of guys a lap down. Would have trapped, I guess, many more a lap down, but We're going to get a yellow. Chase Elliott gets the free pass in 18th. I guess Schneider can pit for 4 tires now. And he can loosen that race car back up to the way it was. And now he can top off on fuel as well. Inside Uranus. The only reason I say inside Uranus is because although it is provocative,
Alright now, be smart out there. Going green. Are you ready now?
it is a technical term at the same time.
Car there on the inside.
And you know what, on the other hand, it Raven's name
Stay high up here.
a little more provocative. At some point I have to draw a line. And I've seen inside Uranus another Chad's before too,
Still
so
there.
you know he's been around in the
Inside.
NASCAR YouTube community. Tim Irvin, welcome to the stream. So now Schneider's got 4 tires on the race car. This is going to be interesting.
Got one down
Look
low.
at Justin Haley split the gap. Schneider trying to do the same thing. He's having to lift, and you know he doesn't want to lift. The battle for 19th will be for the free pass position to the end of the stage. Chase Elliott giving Schneider a huge push through the tri-oval.
10 to go.
Still going to push him.
Car on the outside now. Careful, still there.
About 10 lap pressure tires here for the 99. Now he gets shot out of a cannon off turn 2 again for Chase Elliott.
Got one up top.
Side drafts Ryan Priest, sends it into 3 and 4.
Still there.
Justin Haley might have fresher tires as well, and that's why he's getting to the fact that he's 2 laps down and not 1 lap down. Benny Hamlin, Martin Truex Jr. battling for the stage win. Seems like Hamlin's got a really good short run race car. He's moving through the field. So although he went a lap down, got trapped a lap down with that untimely caution, staying out as long as he did, he'll know for the stages to come. I better hope he can get back on the lead lap, though, for now. It's going to be all for naught. 3 wide right in front of him, not really much of anywhere else to go. They're side by side. It'll be a little easier to maybe make it into turns 1 and 2. Schneider tries to get to the bottom 3 wide underneath Chris Buescher, Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
You're clear.
Chase Elliott has found the 99 as well once again. Elliott, a little bit faster of a race car. Not sure if he pitted for tires in that. I know he got the free pass.
Stay high up here. Inside.
He's the last car of the lead lap.
Stay high up there.
Schneider's up to 23rd. He's going to have a few more laps yet. A little more than a few. Got 8 to go at the line here in stage 1 to try and get to 19th and get back on the lead lap to start stage 2. 10 lap pressure tires.
Stay on the bottom. Clear all around that.
This is honestly one of the best racetracks on the circuit for that to really play a huge factor. Just got to stay in the draft down these straightaways. Get Chase Elliott there pushing in the first 2 laps. Elliott's in front of him now, so he can't really do that. He's having to lift, though, because of these guys in front of him. You know, Fincham's on a little bit fresher tires. He still had to lift that time because he had too big of a run into the corner. Now he gets underneath Fincham through the tri-oval.
Stay low, stay low.
And go up the middle. Even checks for position as well.
Hold your line, driver.
Schneider sandwich trying to side draft the 38. Now he just has to fall in line behind him. Just try to get that 49 down to the bottom into turn 3. I don't think he's going to be able to. Fincham side drafts him right back. Oh, Schneider got a little loose in the center of the corner. The air got pulled off the left rear.
Still there.
Fincham got back around him. Schneider needs right now. 6 to go on the stage. Now he gets on the left rear of Fincham. Fincham's not really racing for much. 35th, 2 laps down. Battling the heck out of the 99 though. Schneider's so close to that 19th place position. Got Nemechek, to Benedetto, and Suarez right in front of him. 22nd, 21st, and 20th. I believe Christopher Bell would be the last driver on the lead lap. Or sorry, the first driver 1 lap down is what I meant to say. Yeah, Bell could be on the lead lap too. I'm entirely sure. And there again, back underneath Nemechek. He's got 5 more laps to do it. You never know if the caution's going to come out again. We've only had 1 so far today, and it was the most recent caution.
Got one peeking inside.
Nemechek with the crossover. Schneider had to lift in line behind the 21.
Still there.
Nemechek's going to clear Schneider again. Schneider trying to back the corner up. Knew he was probably going to have to lift again that time. So he tried to lift a lot earlier so he can at least keep some sort of speed up through the tri-oval. Now he's there, and he cuts to the bottom 3 wide through the tri-oval. 1 more laps. Look at him, he's all over the left rear of the 38.
Stay low.
But Nemechek cuts him off into the corner. Schneider drives it deep. He had the left sides down on the apron through 1 and 2, but he can't clear Nemechek. And they're still 3 wide off turn 2 for position. Oh, and Nemechek bangs into the 99. Thought he was clear when he moved down, and he just shoved him out of the way. So 2 of the rookies get together.
Careful, still there.
Schneider back underneath the Benedetto, and now we get a caution to end stage 2. Caution is out to end the 2nd stage. Free pass to Christopher Bell in 19th, who's maybe a second, if not less, in front of Schneider on fresh tires, but he could not get around Nemechek into Benedetto there. 3 wide a couple times. Nemechek ran him way down low, too. Some contact didn't help. Plus Fincham racing him hard. Austin Dillon, by the way, is out of the race. Schneider's going to stay out and take the wave around to get back on the lead lap, so he'll restart 20th. Everybody's going to have to pit once in this stage anyway. It's a good thing he topped off on fuel during that first caution. So 2 yellows now. And Martin Truex Jr. was the stage 1 winner. His first stage win of the season. Green flags back in the air. Well, Tim, you can watch the highlights of on my blog. We're taking a lot of videos of the race at the racetrack this weekend. You can also watch it on NASCAR's YouTube channel too. Of the grandstands footage. Yesterday's stream's still on the channel right now. So I haven't seen anything about a copyright so far. I guess the more we go talk about it, maybe the less of a chance that it'll get copyrighted. Hopefully you have fun your vacation there too. 3x3 towards the back of the pack. Oh my goodness, they're 4 wide now through turns 1 and 2. Nearly 5 wide with Bobby Carter right there as well. Bell ripping the high side, no surprise, dirt trackers all the way up there. Hamlin again out in front on another restart. It seems like after about 5 to 10 laps, Hamlin's car just can't keep up with Truex and Newman's. I wonder where Kyle Busch is at for running order as well. Oh, he's still in the race. DJI on YouTube, welcome to the stream. Used to be a fan, but now I'm an air conditioner. Jeez. AC. See what I did there? Huh? ship me one dad joke, I got one right back. Schneider was already lacking on the short runs on fresh tires anyway, but now he's got about 10 lap older tires himself versus the rest of the field. They should pit around the same time if we get a long enough green flag run though as well. You would think, because they all pitted about 8 to 9 laps early compared to the 99. And was able to lead 3 laps. Problem is, he might go a lap down before the pit stops. And the way everybody's tires were wearing for the final stage, that's going to be 20 laps longer. Schneider knows he can push the car about 40 laps. He has a good chance to make it on 1 pit stop. Everybody else is likely going to have to pit twice. So that's going to be a very fun strategy if we go green through the final stage. 1 stop versus 2. What's going to be faster? And a track that eats up tires like Fontana. That's going to be very interesting. Willing to try it, though. We got to win. What do we got to lose? I'm trying to go for another one. Can you imagine if we won 2 of the first 3 races of the season, if that's 1 pit strategy works in the final stage versus the 2-stop strategy? Well, to have a chance for that to really work, Schneider's got to stay on the lead lap to the end of stage 2. He can't go a lap down again. And being on older tires to start the stage is not going to help. He might try splitting this stage in half as well. 30 and 30, especially if he's already a lap down when he hits the first time anyway. Indeed, Michael, indeed. I'm going to alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in today's race. You get the first-person view of how bumpy this track is. Just look at the bumps off of turn 2, even all the way down the back straightaway. Really throws this race car right now. It's Justin Haley off the exit. Ryan Newman, meanwhile, has battled back to the race lead.
Stay low, stay low. All right, you're clear.
The outside of the 51 of Joey Gase for position. Oof. In the bumps, Gase trying to side draft him, and Schneider almost made contact with him. Trying to get the run off the high side here. Should be able to clear Gase. And does, easily. Gase falls in line behind him, trying to draft him down the back straightaway. Custer in 37th there for a second. I was going to say, I was like, man, he got even worse. Bobby Carter in the 73.
Still there.
And there's a lot more aggressive with the side drafting here to start stage 2, and even at the end of stage 1, now that he's
Careful. Still there.
having to battle, he's put in a little bit different situation, of course.
You got room. You're clear there.
The alternating pit strategies trying to get this to work out for his favor. Just over a half a lap down already in this stage. You don't have to get out of the throttle again. They're right in the middle of the corner. Drove it in a little too deep. He didn't think he was going to be able to hold it off the exit.
Say hi. Say hi.
Wondered if Timmy Hill was going to give Schneider enough room.
Still there.
Barely. Man, really pinched the 66 of Hill down. Schneider was trying to arc it off as much as he could in that corner. And, I mean, he did a perfect job of that. But now here comes Hill right back again. And he's going to get Hill the top this time. Trying to break that draft, Timmy. Didn't want to go down and draft Schneider anymore. He just decided to stay high to arc it into the corner as he battles Fincham for position. He's not battling Schneider for position. Fincham's going to get underneath him now.
Still there. Say hi up here.
David Reagan in a bad spot too.
Still there.
Just got around LaJoy still though. I was wondering if he's going to at least have LaJoy clear. He was able to clear him.
You're clear all around, man.
Well, Schneider's still hanging on for now. He's pushing his car extremely hard. A little too hard at times. That's why he's overdriving the corner. Not so much in 3 and 4, but in 1 and 2 he is. Woodland's about 2/3 of a racetrack ahead of where Schneider's at. Schneider tries to stay on the lead lap here with these older tires. This wave around to work in stage 2.
Careful. Still there. You got room. You're clear.
Staying up high near the wall. Schneider the run. Yes, it is, by the way, Tim. I saw that earlier today when I got off of work, or like, well, right when I got home. Yeah, I knew you meant Gravedigger. But yes, it is. That is a very, very nice looking paint scheme. I mean, it looks identical to the monster truck, only it's on a stock car. It's on a NASCAR. Awesome. I'm glad I get to see that in person this week. Never would have been one to buy a Kevin Harvick diecast, but that's got to be a cool one to have. I don't know if anybody's ever ran like a monster truck paint scheme before, especially like a Gravedigger one. I can't recall that ever happened. The fact that it actually says Gravedigger on the front of it too, not like Bush, that's awesome. Yep, going to Nashville this weekend for the NASCAR race. Schneider down to the apron again there. Good news is Denny Hamlin is starting to battle Ryan Newman for that lead again, even midway through the stage this time. And as they battle, it's going to allow Schneider to kind of maintain at least with this gap. He's about 7 seconds behind Bell for actual position on the racetrack. Schneider was 18th before pit stops started last time. His older tires, though, costed him maybe a little more track position at the start of this stage. Tim, you could have bought your tickets, man. You could have went to Ocean City another week. You could have bought your tickets at Nashville. Yeah, it's sold out. I'm pumped. First sold out race since the pandemic. I'm ready. I'm ready. Charlotte was pretty close, though. Coke 600 was pretty close. But this is actually sold out, so.
Still there? You're all clear up top there.
Going to the ocean. Always nice as well, for sure. Lift a lot that time, hooking the left sides on the apron. He's got to be careful doing that down at 1 and 2. 3 and 4 you can get away with it. 1 and 2 not so much. So it's the third time he's actually gotten the car that low under the apron at 1 and 2, and all 3 times he has stuck it. It guarantees that will keep up going forward. Slide up in front of Quinn Houff, also clears Brian Priest in the corner. Hopped out of line now to make a move on Custer, also breaking the draft. Quinn Houff had a pretty big run on him too. Go back to the normal camera now. To the end of stage 2. Looks like Alex Bowman has dropped out. We stay green. That can't be a scheduled pit stop this early into the run. I'd be shocked if it was. No, he's got smoke coming out of the back of that car. Tough break for Bowman. Had a great run in the Daytona 500. Got a top 10 finish. Did not get a top 10 yesterday in Vegas. And today might be the second driver to retire from the race if he can't get that car back on the racetrack. I haven't looked at the paint schemes for this weekend yet. I'll have to do that before I go down on Friday. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, not that I know of. I just saw that in a feed. And I was like, is that real? And I was like, oh my goodness, it's real. He's actually running that car this weekend. It was sick. Oh man, Schneider just pulled up in front of Michael McDowell. Barely had him clear. He didn't want to be side by side at all. Not going into the corner, nowhere. And again, despite being on older tires, the fact that Schneider is in 19th, he still paced himself well. Again, it helps. Newman and Hamlin have been battling with each other for close to 10 laps now for the lead. It seems like they traded back and forth quite on. 43 to go, stage 2. He's almost made it halfway through stage 2. See it following the NASCAR on Instagram. No, I have my notifications on for the NASCAR app. So I get notifications on like every little thing, even if it's like just a backseat driver's video or whatever. So it kind of gets a little old, but stuff like that comes up. I'm glad I see it right away. So that way, if there's any like breaking news or anything, I find out about it immediately. That when you know when NASCAR breaks the news that you know it's 100% too. And not something flying around in a rumor mill. Some rumors can be true, but you can't believe all of them. I think I am following NASCAR on Instagram. I would assume I am. I need to check that. If not, I need to. I don't really get on Instagram much though. Like, I follow people and I don't really pay attention to it. I don't even post up regularly myself. It's just hard for me to, like, remember. I just never, like, think of it really. I wasn't really big on social media until YouTube. If you count YouTube as social media. And if you don't, then I guess you're not into it. Really hanging it out down on the apron again. He might make it to green flag pit stops here. He thought about short pitting, but I guess there's no need to short pit if he's actually hanging on the way he is. Don't risk going a lap down again. At least we get another untimely caution. He is actually running down Christopher Bell even on these older tires. Took almost to the end of the tire stint, but he's doing it. Bell goes to the top again. Schneider down low. He's going to get to the inside of Bell off turn 4. Is he going to be able to clear him? Slides up the racetrack. He does clear Christopher Bell for 18th. Bell trying to draft the Schneider down through the tri-oval. Schneider breaks the draft to the inside. Bell has that run off the high side as well from the corner before. They're second and a half behind Boyer for 17th. And Johnson in 16th, only 3 seconds ahead. About 4 more laps before Schneider has to pit. Nobody else has hit pit road yet. Probably all got to be pitting about the same time, I have to admit. If they pit as early as they did last time. I don't even have a Twitter. I think my old one got hacked. I get random stuff on there, but I can't log into my account. So, I don't know. I never was. I started it when I started the YouTube channel. The only reason I even had an Instagram.
Clear all around. Got
Yeah.
You got room. You're clear.
Shot it, though, between Stenhouse and Busher. Once the car drift up to the outside of Suarez off turn 4 as well. Not quite getting the draft off Clint Boyer up ahead. Still going to be able to clear Suarez, though, before getting into turn 1, so that was good.
Your tires are getting pretty bad.
Get back down to the bottom of the racetrack again. Boyer up high.
Car high, careful.
There's been no adjustments on this 99 car either. I don't know where this huge source of speed is exactly coming from. And yes, you are right, Mike. Alex Bowman is out of the race. Saw him up in smoke and get on the pit road without a caution, but he has not returned, so his day has come to an end. He'll finish 39th in front of Austin Dillon. He's the only other driver who has had his day come to an end prematurely. We are almost halfway done. We're 6 laps away from the cross flags mark here today. Schneider's going to stay out of the pits one more lap. He'll be pitting the next time by.
Bring it in here. You're low on gas.
All the further he's going to be able to make it on fuel. 24 laps to go in the stage this time by for Ryan Newman. Schneider's going to have a good shot to get around Jimmy Johnson here as well. He had to lift quite a bit there in turns 1 and 2 though, and he's on the outside of Jimmy down the back straightaway. You might have to let Johnson go into turns 3 and 4 because Schneider needs to pit this time. He's not going to make it another lap on fuel. And he's trying to push it hard through the corner. He's got to clear Johnson. Now he's got to make it to pit road. So he cleared him. Locks the tires. He's headed for the inside wall. And around goes the 99 again. Oh my goodness. He locked him up last time and saved it, and this time he locked him up and he couldn't save it. And that car was not even slowing down at all when the brakes were locked. I mean, it just slid and slid and slid, and there was no way to correct it. Heartbreaker for the 99 team, who had a very good day going. Just shy of the halfway mark, they had raced themselves to 16th, and they carried maybe just a little bit too much speed trying to get on the pit road because of having to clear Johnson on the outside instead of letting Jimmy go and then just kind of taking it easy on the pit road. But Schneider was taking a gamble. He's trying to get as much speed out of the car as he could, making it into the pits. Old tires on a bumpy race surface at Fontana, and trying to get that car loaded up, he couldn't do it. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Well, we're not going to get the incentive bonus. That's going to be a 38th place finish. Unofficially. What a great way to come into the stream. Trevor Grimes, welcome on in. Well, that stinks. Smooth driving. All right. All right. Gosh darn it. Yeah, we didn't get a lot of money either with that. I mean, we were already having to do the points ourselves. That's tough. What a fall from grace after winning the Daytona 500. 21st, 38th. Two top 22s in a 3-race stretch. Two top 15s. We'll go two top 15s. I don't think we're going to get two top 10s. That's a lot of money. Let's go for it. We're not going to get it at Phoenix, but we'd have to get it at Atlanta and Homestead. It's almost $500,000. I mean, that'd be huge. It's like the next two race purses combined. That's a tough break. It's the earliest Schneider's DNF'd into a season on the career mode. He had 5 last year in the Xfinity Series, was a high in any of the series going into last season. The season before that in the Xfinity Series, he only had 2 DNFs. And he only had 1 in his entire Truck Series career. Races are longer. And he made it to about the halfway point, just shy of it. Going to be using the Super Speedway chassis at Phoenix, means we don't have a short track chassis. Really need to get that short track chassis before Bristol. That DNF does not help. We got 4 races. And we want to save the Speedway chassis for Atlanta. Carney Boy, welcome on into the chat as well. Yeah, it's only because I DNF'd. Otherwise, you would have joined in right at about the halfway mark. Joey Logano is going to go on to win the Auto Club 400 in the Auto Club paint scheme. Ryan Newman ends up with a runner-up in second. Kyle Busch third. Ryan Blaney fourth. Kevin Harvick fifth. Denny Hamlin sixth. Matt Kenseth seventh. Martin Truex Jr. eighth. Eric Jones ninth. And Brendan Gaughan rounded out the top 10. My goodness. Schneider joined Austin Dillon and Alex Bowman DNF here tonight. And Joey Logano gets that first win of the season. So the end of stage 2, what I'm going to end up doing, means I have to do the points myself, is just going to be the finishing results of this race. So Joey Logano will have won stage 2 as well, and we saw Martin Truex Jr. win stage 1 earlier in the race. Well, that stinks. When is your next race? Next race for the career mode is going to be tomorrow night at Phoenix, but I think I'm going to run NASCAR 05 tonight now because we DNF'd right before the halfway point. I mean, that wasn't even the length of an Xfinity race. The Xfinity race would have been about another 50 laps at Auto Club Speedway, so we'll run another race here tonight. NASCAR 05. We'll run the Truck Series at Bristol. It's the next race, so I mean, you get bonus coverage on the channel, but it's only bonus coverage because this race ended just before the halfway point. So, man, that's tough. DNFs are tough to swallow, especially when you're having a good run and it's in the first half of the race. I was excited to see what that final stage was going to bring. I was excited to see if in the final stage, who was going to win. We might have had a shot because we were on the lead lap. We were hanging good on old tires there. We would have been, we were on the lead lap coming into the pits. We were running 16th. Even on older tires, we were 16th. So we had good speed in the race car. And it was going to be a 2-stop strategy by the AI, and it was going to be a 1-stop strategy for us. We might have been able to win with that, but we'll never know. That's the only trip to Fontana this season, too, so that's tough. We'll never know. But, yeah, NASCAR 05, Truck Series, Bristol, 200 lapper. That's a short race. I mean, depending on what the race is after that, we might just do 2 NASCAR 05 races. I don't know. No guarantees on that. It's just going to depend on... Because I don't have to work tomorrow, so what do I got to lose? As long as we get everything done by 10:30, 11 o'clock. But What else we got to do? We got to do something. Oh, yeah, look at the standings, I guess. Well, no, because the standings aren't accurate, so yeah, never mind. I have to do the points myself. I'm probably outside the top 16 in points now. I didn't get any stage points today, nor at Vegas yesterday. 21st at Vegas, so not a good points day, and then 38th today. So like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. I'll see you guys NASCAR 05 here. I'll have to fire up the PS2, shut this off, and I'll probably end up practicing and qualifying for the truck. Well, I'll start at the rear. What the heck? We'll have some fun with it. We got a big points cushion. 10 races to go, I believe. If I remember. Yeah, 10 races to go. So getting down to crunch time for that Truck Series season. Again, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later on tonight. Very shortly. You guys will see the stream pop up. So just tune in when you can. Thanks for watching, everybody.